216. You may not know, and if you don't know, you gonna learn today. Ask Meeks. Come on.
So, hey guys, it's your girl Meeks doing something a little bit different tonight. Feeling, in kind of a relaxed kind of mood. So I wanted to change the scenery a little bit. Have some interesting things I want to talk about tonight. Some fun stuff and then some seriousness that may not be a fan favorite, but hey, it's your girl Meeks. This is what I do. First off, let me start with this. I would like to publicly apologize to any guy that feels like I broke their heart. It was recently brought to my attention that I may be kind of a heartbreaker. And honestly, I'm going to be real with you. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that I was doing this. So this is my public apology to any guy that I gave my phone number and you called and I didn't answer. My apologies. My intentions aren't to be a bad person, but I guess I am. But let me tell you the logic behind that. And I don't know how many females can relate to this or how many of you ladies can understand this, but men don't understand it. So here's the thing. When I'm face to face with somebody, sometimes I feel bad rejecting them. So in order to have kind of a smooth transition, yes, I will give a guy my number with no intentions on answering him or calling him. Here's the thing. I grew up in Brooklyn. In Brooklyn, when you turn a guy down to his face, it didn't turn out too well. I got a lot of bottles thrown at me growing up. So kind of left a bad taste in my mouth when it came to rejecting men. And the second thing is, back in the days, you can give a fake number and be gone. Now you can't do that because y'all want to, oh, let me call you right now to make sure you have my number, or, I'm going to text you right now, and I can't front that wasn't my number, so I got to give you the real number. But it's all in good intentions, I promise you. I'm not trying to break any hearts. I'm just trying to avoid awkward moments. So, the feedback that I got has made me realize that I'm going to have to start being a little bit mean. And I'm sorry, fellas. I'm going to have to tell you to your face when I'm not interested. I'll try to be nice about it, but I don't know. Some of you, it just doesn't turn out that well. And ladies, please chime in and comment on this because I know you guys can relate. Fellas, if it's ever happened to you where, you thought you met the one and she gave you her number and then never responded, tell me how you felt about it. Because honestly, I didn't realize that I was breaking hearts. Still don't know about that, but I'll go with it. So here's my public apology. I am sorry. So now let's get into the fun stuff or the not so fun stuff, and let's talk some seriousness about relationships. Let's talk about, and on my last video, I got some feedback, great feedback about the whole worst breakup thing and how I explained it. So I kind of wanted to go a little bit deeper into that, to kind of give you guys an idea, more of an idea, if it wasn't clear, of what I meant. So, here we go again. I know a lot of people right now that are, struggling with bad breakups and they have a broken heart. But, like I said before, when you look at the situation, why do we classify a bad relationship as a bad breakup? A bad relationship breaking up should kind of be a relief to you. Yeah, nobody wants to lose love. Nobody wants to be lonely. But if you're with somebody that's not showing you how much they care about you, not showing you that they love you, they're not putting any effort into the relationship, then that relationship was doomed to fail. It was something that, both of you were holding on to that should have been let go a long time ago. So when you think about it in that aspect, that's not really a bad breakup. A bad breakup would be with someone who's giving you everything you need in a relationship. Everything is there. And for whatever reason, maybe you messed up or they woke up one day and they didn't want to be with you. Losing that is a bad breakup. Losing something worth having would be a bad breakup. Which kind of brings me to my next point. A little controversial. This segment I want to call Cut the Shit. So, sometimes we have to realize when we did not have physical evidence of love in a relationship. So in anything in life, everything starts with the idea. So does love, right? You go into a relationship, you meet somebody, and you have this idea in your head of what you want and what it could be. You fantasize, sexually, or you fantasize about marriage, or whatever it is that's your thing and that you fantasize about. You go into it, with this idea that this is what you want it to be. So those emotions start to take over because you have this idea in your head. So sometimes when you're presented with something, physical evidence that's not conducive of a healthy relationship and not conducive of saying, hey, this person really loves me, you're kind of blinded by these emotions and the idea in your head of what you want this relationship or what you want this situation to be. So you may not see when what's in front of you is basically a pile of shit. Now, when I say pile of shit, I don't want to offend anybody. I'm just using that analogy to kind of dig deep and drive home my point, because nobody wants a pile of shit in anything in life. A pile of shit's like, bad business. So in a relationship, you should be able to have some physical evidence, something you can hold on to, something that's concrete, that, something you can grab and you can say, you know what, this is a healthy, good relationship for me because this is what I have. Let's use an example, apple, I have this nice, healthy apple, something that's good for me. This is what I have. Most of the time, or some of the time, what you have, the physical evidence that you have, it may not even be there at all. It's just straight emotion. It's just all talk. There's nothing, nobody's shown you anything physical. And what you have basically is, it's a piece of shit. So a lot of us hold on to that piece of shit with hopes that we can change it. We can clean that shit. We can love it, nurture that shit. We can work miracles and change that shit into something substantial or something physical that we can hold, when it's not going to happen. It's shit. There's nothing that we can do with it but recognize for what it is. So, you have this shit that's not benefiting you, but because you love it and you taking it in and you want to change it, you deal with it. And it's not really a good situation or scenario for you to be in. And then when you realize that this is what's in front of you, kind of easier to let it go, I would say. No, nobody wants to waste their time, because I know I hate wasting my time. But when I think about things that weren't good for me and the things that were bad for me that I let go, it kind of makes sense to me why I had to let go. And then on the other hand, now that you've taken that shit and it's all over you, you wearing it, you can't venture into the next relationship with that shit all over you. So, you know what I'm saying? Cut the shit. Let it go. It's okay. It's okay to love and have loss. And then again, I'm not calling anybody shit. So don't say Meeks was going around calling people shit. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just using that as an analogy because I want people to really get it. I think we cry over the wrong things in life. Let's cry over the good things and let the things that are bad for us go. Because like I said before, not everybody that you meet is meant for you to be the one that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Some people are brought into our life to teach us lessons, to bring us happiness at a moment, or to pour something into our life, and then they leave. So with that being said, I want you guys to stay positive, stay, I guess on a good path when it comes to looking for love. If you choose to take a break from it right now, I get it. I understand it. But don't think that all, situations will wind up with you picking up a piece of shit, because it doesn't always work that way. So that was my advice for tonight. It was from the heart. It may have come off a little harsh, but, my intentions are always good. So tonight I told you guys to cut the shit, and I mean it. Let's cut the shit. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to see it. If you need some advice, holla at your girl. I'll let you know how I cut the shit and what I'm doing to move on and to be a happier, healthier, mentally person, so that, my next relationship can be great. Let me know. I'll give you some tips. And I also did my public apology to all the hearts I've broken. Sorry again, but it's your girl Meeks. I'm out. Till next time.
world.